communication. So one of the players was not in the zone that they're supposed to spin in. So that player did mess up. You said it was a communication issue. So that's what I'm looking at. And then you look at it from the
in 1.1 miles, turn left onto Clyde Road.
Just rotating in now that probably wasn't even on the team that just got coached up. So you had a lot of parts when it came to that play.
Yep. You're right. So you're not running your typical defense where you're not seeing Barnes in on that play, right? You're not seeing all your complementary linebackers. You're seeing a bunch of defensive backs in there that don't typically get on the field at the same time, except for this situation. This might be, at this point, given the injuries, the weakest position. Dave is in Detroit next. Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's up, Bob? So, another thing you got to think about is the only reason it was high at 1%, they're playing Baltimore. They line up in that situation with any other team in the NFL, they win that game. The only thing I have to say to the question of coaching is how about having your best keeper at the goalpost?
You can't goaltend. Yep. We looked it up earlier in the week. There's a rule against it.
Okay. No, I just back in when Dusty did it, they had some guy back
You can't goaltend. Which is weird. I mean, I guess it's just like basketball. You can block a shot on the way up, but not on the way down. You can block a kick on the way up, but apparently not on the way down. You looked that up this week, right?
Yes. Yeah, I believe it's once the ball goes higher than the crossbar, you can no longer try to block it.
Let's go to Billy in Huron Township. Hi, Billy.
Hey guys, great show as always. Every the coaches blew this one. First down, rush 4, sack them. Second down, rush 4, sack them.
We know the scenario.
Here's the deal. We rush so we can get timeout to let the offensive lineman.
In half a mile, turn left onto Clyde Road.
Let me ask you this, Billy. Do you think they called timeout to let their offensive lineman rest, or do you think they called timeout to get organized defensively?
I think they blew it by calling the timeout because they had them sacked 3 times in a row rushing 4. They rushed 3 people on the last down, gave them all day to pass.
Well, they rushed 3. They had a 4th guy that was there as a spy. I don't think they sacked them. They didn't sack them all 3 downs, right? No, I thought he got 3 1 away. Yeah. Yeah, 4th down and 19 is different than 1st and 10.
Hello.
Hey. So, because I know a couple of the other addresses you marked, I know you marked like from tire to tire, and sometimes they have to do the whole thing. But recently they've been just doing like the 2 tire rut tracks. Do you think that they could do that here in certain areas?
Yeah, probably they could get away with it.
Okay, but you wouldn't know how big that is. I'm just, because I'm like you're right, I can't even see like where they are.
Yeah, it would basically be probably 6 feet wide then. Instead of 12.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit less than that, but you got to figure that the width of the double tires in the back are probably 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet. So anywhere between 5 and 6, I would think.
Yeah. Well, that would bring it down at least to like
1,500.
Like a little less than 2,000 square feet.
Yeah. If you went to 5, that would be 5 would probably be good, because there's a couple areas there that are just like I couldn't even tell they were there. The guy was just pointing them out.
He was what?
Just kind of pointing out which way they went, so I just kind of followed it.
Yeah, because if I did with a 5, it's like 15. So I'll just do 6, just a little bit over.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to just because I get trying to tease the homeowner, but at the same time, it's hard to ask what it's harder to see. And even if you had a hard time out there.
Yeah, if we just filled in the divots, I think he'd be okay with that.
And where were the divots more? Yeah.
Just the wheel. You don't have to do the whole thing across. It's just that when they mow the lawn very short, And when he
Yeah.
was hitting those divots, it was scalping the lawn.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah, thanks. I'll probably just do 6 high on the 309 to help bring it down, like, half of it at least.
Yep.
Because I think that'd be more reasonable, and they probably would approve that over, once it gets 3,000 more, they're like, what the heck?
Yep. I got you.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Alright, we're good. Pretty sure we're good.
Gonna text over 248-539-9797. What should be in the blank? Shakira, singer attacked by a pair of blank. 248-539-9797. Get your text in. We'll read a bunch of them. We'll tell you today at 12:51. 97.1 the ticket. Lots of people are still searching for work or a better situation. I've been talking about this for a while. Defensive Logistics, they are hiring right now. Here's what they have to offer. Full-time, part-time positions, both available at the dry storage warehouse in Chesterfield. Chesterfield offers daily open houses from 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. There's no experience required. That means you're going to get trained by an industry leader while you earn your salary. And speaking of which, full-time hires will average more than $51,000 in their first year. And on top of that, we're also offering a $1,500 signing bonus and personal paid time off that you actually can use this year. Plus, you need to know about the benefits. Benefits are very important. You're going to receive great benefits like medical, dental, 401k, and referral programs, performance incentives. You know the name, you see the trucks, you get to pick your path with Penske by texting PLW and the number 1 to the number 25,000. That's PLW and the number 1 to the telephone number 25,000. Penske is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. If you haven't refinanced your mortgage in 2021, you need to call Hall Financial right now to see if you qualify for the no appraisal 8-day close. 866-CALL-HALL, or you can chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by North Bloomfield Properties. This is David Amendolara with an Odyssey Sports Minute. This weekend, Lane Kiffin gets a chance at slaying the Giants. His 12th ranked Oldest Rebels travel to Tuscaloosa to take on number 1 Alabama. Kiffin blows his full well. Rehab his career over. But if you think Kiffin is just the same old smug Richie Rich without much talent, you're mistaken. Proved himself at FAU, but to win almost immediately. Now, look at Ole Miss is one of the best offenses in the SEC. He was an immature brat during his first stops in Tennessee, Raiders, USC, but he's not really a cartoon anymore. Yeah, he's a wacky keyboard warrior on Twitter. And yeah, the sunglasses Kiffin is old. But Kiffin has the oldest trademark, even if his dad comes by, I should say. This is David Amendolara.
Don't let a cold keep you up. Take NyQuil Severe for max-strength relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms so you can rest tonight and get back at it tomorrow. NyQuil Severe gives you powerful relief for your worst cold and flu symptoms. NyQuil Severe temporarily relieves common cold and flu symptoms, including cough, sore throat, headache, minor aches and pains, fever, runny nose, and sneezing. NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine. Use as directed.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So your wipers are streaking? It might be time for a new set. We've got a great deal to help you get the job done and get ready for that rainy fall weather. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card when you buy 2 Bosch and Vision wiper blades. And we've even got more ways to shop. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
After 20 years on the same sideline, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick meet this weekend as opponents. It's the GOAT quarterback against the GOAT head coach. And you can be a part of the epic showdown with unbelievable odds on FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can win $125 on a $5 bet if either team scores a touchdown. That's correct. 25-1 odds on any touchdown, anytime during the Tampa-New England game. Unbelievable deal. Sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook today using promo code WOJO and make your first bet one for the history books. Don't forget to use promo code WOJO so they know I sent you. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Maximum bonus $125. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117. Hi friends, Bill Gully here, inviting you to stop in during our Ram Holidays event at Gully Fresh and Dodge Jeep Ram. Qualified Chrysler employees can lease a 2021 Ram 1500 big-body crew cab 4x4 V8 for just $239 a month. Leases for 24 months, 10,000 miles a year with $2,000 down. There are more than 1,200 vehicles to choose from, so come see us. I think you will enjoy your experience before and the service after here at Gully Fresh and Dodge Jeep Ram in Bloomfield Hills, Chelsea, Roseville, and online at Gully.com. DJ Lang joins the Valenti Show with Rico, Fridays at 4 on 97.1 The Ticket. Finish the headline. Shakira, singer attacked by a pair of blank. Pair of blank. What would you fill in the blank? Keats. 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 With a pair of Keats. Shakira, singer attacked by a pair of Keats. Okay. What do you see? Singer attacked by a pair of what?
I know that.
I don't want to steal a thunder if what everybody was texting it.
Oh yeah, there's one popular answer. Very popular.
Very popular.
Unnamed texter, pair of geese. Unnamed texter, pair of siblings. Robert says Shakira attacked by a pair of sports talk radio hosts. Wow. Unnamed texter says a pair of Twix bars. Jerry Dakar says attacked by a pair of Florida men.
Right. Just reverse it. Florida man attacked Shakira. No. Shakira attacked by a pair of Florida men.
Ben in Roseville, Shakira attacked by a pair of seagulls. From Mike in Detroit, by a pair of wives. Forgotti on Twitch, a pair of pigeons. From Roy, Shakira attacked by a pair of hips that lied.
Oh no.
From Lando and Romeo, by a pair of dill bread ingredients.
No.
A while, huh? Because to make the proper dill bread, Gator, what do you need?
You need a good dill dough.
You do.
That was peak pandemic right
That
there.
was
We were making our own bread for crying out loud.
Sourdough was going all over the
You
place.
couldn't go to a grocery store and find any more flour.
No.
Everyone was making their own dough.
Right. No yeast.
No yeast.
No yeast.
That's pretty funny.
I would guess it's swans.
Here it is, Gator.
They're dangerous.
The headline
It's right here.
from BBC News, Shakira, singer attacked by a pair of wild boars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's not good.
She was at a park in Barcelona with her 8-year-old son. The Colombian singer, again from the BBC, Colombian singer said the animals attacked her before seizing her bag and retreating with it into the woods.
They took her bag?
Yeah.
Robbery.
She was mugged by
Yeah.
a couple of wild boars?
Yep, she did recover the torn bag and held it towards the camera in an Instagram post. She said, "Look at how 2 wild boars which attacked me in the park have left my bag. They were taking my bag to the woods with my mobile phone in it," the singer continued. "They've destroyed everything." She turned to her son. His father is the Barcelona
At the next
football
light,
player,
turn
Gerard
right.
Piqué. Piqué, I don't know. Say how your mommy stood up to the wild boar. I'd love to see video of this. Attacked by a pair of wild boars.
I'd be scared, man. Boars are no joke.
I mean, look,
At
I've
the
not come
light,
across
turn
one in the
right
real
onto
world.
Highland Avenue.
I imagine I would not want to. But based upon the picture that accompanies this story, I would not want to be attacked. I mean, it was obviously the boars were after the son.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, people have... Was it whole hacking of the cell phones that happened a few years ago with all the naked pictures and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, the wild wild boars are clearly
At the
they
stop
wanted to
sign,
secure it.
turn right onto West Commerce
Well, right
Street,
on the secure
then
post.
turn left onto Peters Road.
You know, she has naked pictures in her phone, but the boars don't care. They want to find out.
I guess. We go to Joe in Highlander, 97 on the ticket. Hi, Joe.
Okay, first off, that the boar thing, that's a common occurrence going on at beaches now. There's a bunch of video of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's the deal. I don't know.
That's the deal. It is in like the Bahamas or something like that. Don't they do that with the wild?
Yeah.
But they're the pigs. Not necessarily. I don't know if the pigs and the boars are the same one. Like the ones you see on the beaches seem like they're much more tame. Like it's a thing to do. A wild boar itself is nothing to be joked with.
I think they're probably enhancing them as wild boars, maybe too. Adding a little to the story.
You don't think they were wild boars?
But probably, like Gator said, little tame pigs.
Okay.
They made them wild boars.
Anyway, that's not why you called.
Turn left onto Peters
No,
Road.
I want to blame the Fords on the punt. I mean, I'm sorry, the field goal's being made because if that was at the Silverdome, we would open the doors and there's no way that. And I think they have the opportunity to fix this in the offseason and opening up that road at the Ford Field and the side. Let's give ourselves a little bit more home field advantage. We don't have to make it so cozy in there.
I would love to have Detroit have some sort of outdoor stadium, retractable roof, sliding glass panes at the end.
Yeah, but open up the drapes where the the atrium is or whatever, and get the little sunshine through his eyes.
Put a shine in his eyes. Well, he's kicking towards the other end.
Was he? Well, even at the Silver, you could at least maybe try to knock down the ball with that paper airplane or something.
Exactly. You know, everybody throwing paper airplanes. Well, then you watch games in Dallas.
At the next stop sign,
Oh God, the
turn
sunlight
right.
coming through there. It seems like it's awfully distracting.
Yep. All right, Gator, you ready to pick a loser in the Thursday night game?
You know it.
Most people give you winners, not us. We give you losers. Thursday night football game. Who's going to lose? The showdown between the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars and the 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals.
At the stop sign,
Might be
turn
an easy
right
one.
onto General
Although, do you
Motors
know that
Road.
this marks the first time in the history of the NFL that a player chosen number 1 overall faces a player that was chosen a quarterback who was chosen number 1 overall will face the quarterback who was chosen number 1 overall the previous year. It's never happened before.
Really?
Yep. This will be the first time.
I'm surprised by that.
Yep. I'm sorry. This is the second. time. You should be. Kyler Murray did it with Baker. My bad. Correction noted.
In a quarter mile, turn
I mean, the
left onto
Jaguars are
Sajo T.
preparing
Milford.
themselves to lose this game. They just traded C.J. Henderson. They've had a bad start to the year. They're 0-3 under Urban Meyer.
At the
Cincinnati
next
coming
light,
off a
turn
win.
left.
An emergence of a guy who had a terrible preseason in Jamar Chase. Good for him. So again, note to self, preseason doesn't matter as much as you think it does when you're watching preseason games. Jags have some issues. Rookie quarterback. I think this is an easy one, Jags. They got what it takes to lose.
Well, Doug, I mean,
At
Joe
the light,
Burrow
turn left
is,
onto Sajo T.
he
Milford.
doesn't look any worse for wear from what happened last year. He's starting to pick things up again. They averaged 318 yards a game passing. The Bengals do. You look at what Jacksonville gives up in the air. They give up 312 yards a game in the air. So I would imagine Cincinnati's going to be able to throw the ball just fine. You talk about losing C.J. Henderson in the trade. That's not going to help them out. It's such a young team that Urban Meyer has in Jacksonville. I believe what Jacksonville is doing. I hope Urban Meyer stays there because I think eventually things are going to start going their way. Things don't go their way in week 4, though. Jacksonville loses this game.
There you go, loser chooser. We both got Jacksonville losing tonight.
Did you guys know that Trevor Lawrence, through his high school and college career, only lost a total of 4 games? And he's about to possibly start his NFL career with 4 straight losses.
Wow.
He was 83-4 or something like that through his high school and Clemson career.
That's incredible.
Hey, welcome to the NFL,
Well,
right?
it's kind of like welcome to the world for the rest of us. You don't win all the time. I mean, the rest of us have had to deal with losing for a long time.
A long time.
In
All right,
4.5
more than
miles,
others.
take a slight
Loser
right turn
chooser.
to merge onto
Coming up,
I-96
straight
east
ahead,
toward
Gator.
Detroit.
I think I might be able to convince you to go back to college and take this class.
Good luck.
We'll get to that at 105, 97.1 The Ticket.
Whether it's after a hard day of work or relaxing on the weekend, we all love kicking back and watching live sports. And it doesn't matter what sport you're watching. It's always fun to have a little action. I don't care if it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, auto racing, or golf. It's just more exciting when you're part of the game. That's why I downloaded the WynnBET app. It's WYNN-Bet. Whether you're a recreational player like me or a serious handicapper, WynnBET is your ticket to every exciting wager. You've got straight bets, parlays, teasers, or any exotic proposition wager you can dream up. The app is easy to use, and everyone knows WynnBET is one of the biggest and best brands in the gaming industry. I know there are a lot of betting apps out there, so I got to go with one I trust. That's WynnBET. So get off the sidelines, get the app on Google Play or Apple Store today. Put yourself in the game. Win with WynnBET. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where play through WynnBET is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Hi, this is Bill. And Tim. Can't find the vehicle you really want? Tired of running from dealer to dealer? We can help with over 300 new vehicles on the lot right now. Or reserve one of our 1,600 vehicles on their way. Don't miss the Jeep Adventure Days where you can select from over 100 completely restyled, brand new 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L's starting at $339.
Whether you live in Farmington, Hazel Park, Birmingham, or Dearborn Heights, you're just a short drive away from the best car buying experience ever. And remember, all roads and all towns in Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 11.5 in Telegraph.
On the fall, Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel is open, and the Barstool Sportsbook app is live. Greektown and Barstool are your ticket to all the action and real-time odds with 40 24-hour betting kiosks, a live walk-up window, and now the Barstool Sportsbook app. Placing your bets at the casino or at home has never been easier. Get in on all the action and earn My Choice rewards with every bet. It's all here at the Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel and the Barstool Sportsbook app. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
2 Men in a Truck is the leader in all things moving. And now, junk removal service. So whether you're looking to simplify your next home or business move, or just need some help cleaning out the house or garage, go to 2meninatruck.com and get a quote today.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Some bad news coming from head coach Jeff Blashill on the Red Wings today. He says that Jakub Vrana will undergo shoulder surgery, and that will unfortunately keep one of the most talented members of the Red Wings off of the ice for at least 4 months. And the Wings will be looking for an encore to their victory from last night. From Chicago back to Detroit for the second preseason game. It'll be against the Buffalo Sabres as players such as Bobby Ryan and the young prospects all continue to try to make their case to earn a spot on the team. Tonight's game will be a 7:30 face-off with coverage over on AM 950 WWJ beginning at 7:15. Ken Cowell and Paul Woods on the broadcast. Head coach Dan Campbell and quarterback Jared Goff still looking for their first victories as Lions, with week 4 of the season coming up on Sunday against the Chicago Bears. Goff says that they have short memories when it comes to the first 3 losses in the first 3 weeks of the season.
We'll try to win every week, and of course when you get the first one before we get the second one, so this week's hopefully the week to do it. We'll be ready to go. We're an optimistic group. We're a resilient group, and I don't think we're phased right now by the past. I think we're ready to go.
Meanwhile, tonight, Thursday Night Football will be from Cincinnati with the Bengals taking on the Jaguars. 8:20 the kickoff with coverage on AM 1270 The Bet. It'll be the Tigers' next opportunity to try to finish the season off right. They bring a 4-game losing streak into tonight's game versus the Twins at Target Field, trying to salvage a game in the 3-game set. Tarek Skubal is 4 innings short of 150 for his rookie campaign and will get the start. Miguel Cabrera 13 hits shy of 3,000 for his career with 4 games left. Coverage right here on 97.1 The Ticket with a first pitch at 7:40. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Kosh and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, Joe, keep a sharp left. Some stuff we had planned that we didn't get to, but we will eventually, although I don't think anybody's dying to. We had kind of breaking news on what Aaron Glenn said. I don't know if I call it breaking news, but he basically said they'd run the same defense on 4th and 19 and the phones lit up. And, hey, man, that's one that'll get debated. End-of-game scenarios in football have been debated as long as there have been people watching football games. True. Because if you're trying to drain the other team's timeouts, and so you're specifically keeping the ball on the ground, people question that. If you throw an incompletion because you're trying to be more aggressive and then stops the clock and allows them to save a timeout, people question that. You know, it gets very tricky. Threading the needle, using the clock to your benefit, draining it down as far as you can, try not to leave the other guy with any time.
Well, it seems like people really had the problem with the 4th and 19.
I felt like at the beginning of the week it was a timeout, but today, I guess because of the 4th and 19,
But I wonder if Aaron Glenn comes out and does a video and diagrams the 4th and 19 play and says, okay, here's our defense, here's how we're set up, here's what we're supposed to do with responsibilities. And then you don't run the play, you just show them and ask people, are you good with this? Does this make sense to you? I would imagine most people would say, yeah, got it, sure, sounds like sound defense. I mean, it's 19 yards, hard to get. And here's the line you think is the barrier for the field goal range. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, because that's what we try to do. Unfortunately, somebody wasn't on board with it. Didn't execute the way he was supposed to.
Some interesting college football news. Sources: Boise State and San Diego State have informed the Mountain West today that they intend to stay in the conference. So, I mean, I didn't know that San Diego State was being courted by anybody. There had been talk about Boise going to the Big 12. They took the 3 American schools, the American Conference schools, and Brigham Young. Boise going to stay in the conference.
Well, so maybe it was thoughts they would go to Pac-12 or something. But both of those schools go to Pac-12. But apparently this is just, hey, we're staying where we're at.
Do they think they were being courted by the American? Maybe to replace the schools that they lost? Which would seem like a lateral move and just be more travel. And you have to remember, you need it for your football team and your canoeing team, right? That have to travel. So,
unless you're not. That won't seem to be done. So, yeah.
Okay, Gator. Ken found this. Ryerson University in Canada. They were offering a class called Deconstructing Drake and the Weeknd. It's a course that will delve into the lives of the musical talents of the Toronto-based musical artist Drake and the Weeknd. I'm not sure that that's a class you would take. But if they offered it for what American artist would you say? I'm going to say it. I would like to go to that class. Because I would imagine they would delve into, obviously, the upbringings of Drake and the Weeknd got started in music, and then maybe the meaning and inspiration behind some songs. Because I have often found one band to be rather fascinating, from their name all the way on down to the meaning and inspiration for each song. Because I find their lyrics to be borderline insane. Any guesses as to what version? Well, that'd be an interesting band to have a class on.
I don't know.
I'll give you one lyric. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. They call me Deacon Blues.
Right, that's Steely Dan?
Steely Dan. I would take a class. I would like to know the inspiration behind many of these Steely Dan lyrics.
And the inspiration for the name?
I know what the name is. Especially to say it gets referenced often as a bread on this program. A dill bread. No, but why would you name your band after one of those?
Yeah, I don't know. Was it from the movie Barbarella?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Well, you go to the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole background of that is.
Don't Google search.
Be careful. I'm not interested in Drake or the Weeknd.
Right, but
the concept of the story is interesting. And you have to be American. I mean, the first thing I came was
American because they
because the first thing that came to my mind was not an American act, but it's English singer Paul Rogers who sang with the group Free and then Bad Company, and then he did The Firm with Jimmy Page, and then he actually stood in for a couple years, toured with Queen after Freddie Mercury died. Paul Rodgers to me is just fascinating. The whole, history of where he came from, being a blues guy, living in England, and turning himself into the rock superstar that he was and is. I think Paul Rodgers.
But it's got to be American.
Because changing it.
Well, not changing because you said that from the beginning. Because The Weeknd and Drake are Canadian, that's why they're so into it. They're offering a class to their most.
If it had to be American, who would you choose?
It might be Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay.
I guess I can't. Technically, I wouldn't be able to do Eddie Van Halen because he's German. But so I guess Stevie Ray Vaughan's really interesting to me. But I've seen enough documentaries on him. Yeah.
So I guess with the Stevie Ray Vaughan thing, life and death.
Yeah.
Do you know the circumstances surrounding his death?
It was plane crash.
It was a helicopter. It was a helicopter plane, whatever it was. But what was the movie with they flipped a coin, La Bamba?
Right.
Is there any background details like that? Who was on? Why'd you get on the plane?
Right.
They flipped a coin, right?
That was a coin flip
in the movie.
Yeah, was it real life?
Yeah, but it was brilliant. It was a brilliant guitar player and brought a different kind of sound to blues rock at the time. He was also a wonderfully trained musician. Was not received very well in the world. Like he went to play at the jazz festival in Europe, I believe, and was kind of booed for his style of playing. And he almost was going to quit, but was inspired by other people. Said, "No, man, you're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing." He was great. So I guess, yeah, if you're going American, I'm going to Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Gang, who would you choose? American. Just straight up class on Stevie Nicks.
Well, this is modern. We're talking about modern music, right? This just came out in 2021, guys. It was huge. The guy was on a skateboard.
So you go Fleetwood Mac. It was 2020.
No, I'd probably go.
Because Fleetwood Mac would be an interesting one because their history begins well before Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham joined the band. They were a blues band.
I would probably go. It's easy to go something like you're already interested in and you like. I think that the crazier way, maybe where you might really learn something, is to go with something someone you don't really know and like that much. We joke about the Fleetwood Mac thing. I really don't know a ton about Fleetwood Mac. I like this song, and I would learn a lot of stuff if there was a class on Fleetwood Mac.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a Fleetwood Mac
aficionado.
I'm not a Fleetwood Mac maniac or whatever. But Stevie Nicks is a singer, right? Mm-hmm. There was another female singer, right?
Kristen McVie.
Yeah. They both sing leads, right? Lead at times.
At times, yeah. So does Lindsey Buckingham.
Lindsey Buckingham sings lead.
Yeah.
And the band is named after the drummer.
Mick Fleetwood. And John McVie.
But let's think about that. You have 3 different lead singers, which is kind of unusual for a band, and it's named after the drummer.
Well, because again, the band was formed way long ago, and that they used to be like a blues band that was guitar based. Really, Peter Green was the one of the original guitar players.
Am I wrong? Is it unusual to have a band named after the drummer?
It's got a cool name like Mick Fleetwood. Fleetwood was a car, so kind of a cool name. And then you got Mac, short for McVie. That's kind of cool. That's how you do it.
Fair enough. I just think it's. I was talking about how I find the fact that Steely Dan named themselves after a
pleasure device.
A pleasure device, and this band named themselves after the drummer, who's one of the least glorious
drummer and bass player.
Glamour positions.
Wasn't just the drummer.
248-539-9777.
The rhythm section.
We have some texts. People are saying that, Doug, that they're surprised you didn't go with Celine Dion. Just want to get that out there.
Oh, okay. She's Canadian.
Oh, true. Good call, Gator. This one, Britney Spears, even if she was my mom. Wait a second, that's the wrong text. could go for this, too, but...
let's go to Mark on a cell. You're 97 on the ticket. Hi, Mark.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said the correct you, Gator, but Van Halen is Dutch.
Yeah, you're right. Close enough.
Yeah, sorry, the only reason I know that is I'm Dutch, so I apologize.
No offense
Yeah.
intended.
248-539-9797. 97.1, the ticket.
Become a weekend warrior at BetMGM. King of the Weekend is a free-to-play challenge where you can win up to $50,000 for correctly picking the highest scoring pro football games during the weekend. That's actually awesome. But that's not what I was supposed to read. What I'm supposed to read is this one, which is talking about the game tonight. You want to bet on the game tonight? Talk about this one. Jacksonville or Cincinnati? Here's what you do. Sign up today at BetMGM. You can enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet with the King of Sportsbooks because they welcome you to Showtime with the lock of the year. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on either Jacksonville or Cincinnati, and if either team scores a touchdown, you're going to win $200 in free bets regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use bonus code GATOR200 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy football like never before with BetMGM's live betting options, boosted odds specials, and daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code GATOR200 to win $200 in free bets if either Jacksonville or Cincinnati scores a touchdown. Nothing beats a W at BetMGM. New customer offer, paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older, Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. This excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Lucky Draw is back at MGM Grand Detroit, so get ready to get lucky playing all your favorite slots and table games October 1st through November 19th. Don't miss our lucky draws every 30 minutes from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Friday, where you can win up to $10,000 in cash. It's the Lucky Draw, only at MGM Grand Detroit. Visit the M Life Rewards desk for details. Entries must be activated each drawing and carry over. First drawing is October 8th. Must be 21 or older and present to win. Grand times ahead.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, look no further. Hi friends, Bill Gowling here for Gowling Toyota Warren. Our pre-owned vehicles go through a 160-point vehicle inspection. If it doesn't pass, we won't sell it. Many of them come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty, free lifetime oil changes. We offer top dollar for your trade and include the latest Carfax report. We have a good selection to choose from, so come see us. You'll be glad you did. That's Gowling Toyota Warren, located at the corner of Van Dyke and 696. Check us out online at GowlingToyota.com.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Love sports like we do? Then partner with USA Today Sports Plus, the new sports news app that delivers all the insights, all the reports, live and direct to your phone. Download it from Apple and Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus. Fan harder.
Restrictions may apply. Times and cost for coverage may vary. Call Protect My Car for details. Look, money's tight for everyone right now. It's been a tough year, and you sure don't need to get hit with a big, unexpected bill. Like, what if your car breaks down right now? How are you paying the bill? If it's your transmission, that's over $3,000. Your engine, up to $6,000. Even minor repairs like your air conditioning can hit your wallet hard. Here's the good news. If you have a car, truck, or SUV that's $19.99 or newer, you can stop paying for repairs right now. That's right. With Protect My Car, when your car breaks down, we pay your repair bill for you. Just dial 800-279-2827 on your mobile phone now to get started. Protect My Car pays for repairs to your engine, transmission, air conditioning, suspension, and so much more. Dial 800-279-2827 and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Dial 800-279-2827 on your mobile phone right now and get free roadside assistance, free towing, free car rental, and free oil changes. Dial 800-279-2827 and never pay for car repairs again. Dial 800-279-2827.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies Advisors do. They have the tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be.
For advice on solutions like XPS 13 laptops powered by Intel Evo platform, call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL.
The Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. Lions game day begins Sunday at 10. Live from the BetMGM Sports Lounge at MGM Grand Detroit on 97.1 The Tickets.
Deconstructing Drake and The Weeknd. It's a course that will delve into the lives and musical tastes of Toronto-born music artist Drake and The Weeknd. What American artist would you take a class in? I'd like to learn more about. Tom and Bella says Paul Revere and the Raiders. Paul Revere was the drummer. There's an example of a band named after a drummer. Wall of Fame. You guys. Your guys' thoughts on Dog the Bounty Hunter? Not sports related, but very interesting. Would you take a class on Dog the Bounty Hunter? I haven't watched the show.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Watch Dog the Bounty Hunter?
No, I do not. But he's all up in the news again because of the whole the homicide of Gabby Petito. That's why I think probably that text to me.
Chris writes in, how about ZZ Top, named after two different kinds of rolling papers? How about just the fact that Fleetwood Mac has a woman named Stevie and a man named Lindsay? That's interesting. I would want to do a class on Elvis, so they can further explain how much of a fraud he was, stealing music from Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and other black artists during the 60s and 70s.
Well, he made it his own, and everybody steals from everybody. Led Zeppelin did the same thing. How you perform it?
I would take Iggy Pop 101, Sign Me Up. Deconstructing Fleetwood Mac 101, class starts every Friday at 4:20.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, cranberry juice in that class too, ocean spray. Skateboard right in the class.
Just might.
All relaxed.
Just might. Hey man, look, I was never a big music guy. Listen to me. And you're a big music guy.
I love music.
Yeah, you research stuff, you know about bands, lyrics, artists. You're a big local music guy. I could actually see you doing something like this. If you were still a student. I can't see you doing it right now. If you were still a student, I could totally see you taking like 4 or 5 classes.
No, but
constructing this band.
Well, here's the thing, though. It's like, do I watch musical documentaries right now? Absolutely. So it's similar to that. I mean, I was sitting at home, there was a documentary on Drake or The Weeknd. Well, I probably wouldn't watch it, but I might. I mean, it might just because I'm interested in all that kind of stuff, even if it's not my genre. You know, I'm not a huge rap guy, but I'm fascinated by Tupac Shakur and Biggie, that whole beef that they had, Public Enemy. Very interested. I remember watching the MTV music documentaries they did on artists like that. That was great.
Speaking of musical artists, did you see what opened in Detroit yesterday? Eminem's restaurant.
Mom's Spaghetti.
Mom's Spaghetti. Across the street from Comerica. There's a huge line apparently. Eminem served himself the first 10 customers. There's only 3 items. Spaghetti, spaghetti with meatballs, and spaghetti salad.
Yes, and yes.
Apparently they have is it vegan?
They have vegan meatballs too.
So, here's the question. I want to know if anybody went. Was it good? I hope it was good.
How good is Mom's Spaghetti?
How good is Mom's Spaghetti?
Is Will Ferrell going to open a place called Mom's Meatloaf?
That'd be perfect.
Probably would.
I mean, that would really make sense, right?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all it's on the menu?
That's it.
It's like a food truck, basically?
Well, they had a merchandise store as well. But,
of course.
And I love, they did serve drinks, and it did say pop, by the way, which I know was on purpose. Thank you, Eminem. It's pop around here.
That's right.
But yeah, it's a limited menu, but these pop-up things, man, they were doing so well that people are lined up in the morning just to get some leftover spaghetti. Is that Mom's Spaghetti left over? Should it be left over, by the way? Should they have made it the night before?
Served a little cold.
Yeah.
I love leftover spaghetti. I love it.
Well, I'm just wondering if anybody out there who listens to our show went to Mom's Spaghetti, and how good was Mom's Spaghetti? Concept Restaurant is actually let me give credit. This is from an NPR story. Concept Restaurant is actually
NPR doing a story on Eminem. I love it.
Concept Restaurant is actually a result of a partnership between Eminem's team and a local restaurant group. It started as a pop-up shop in 2017. Mom's Spaghetti has made appearances appearances at several Eminem live festival performances since then. So you go to his concert, you can get Mom Spaghetti.
I'm looking at the menu right now.
Yeah.
But I'm laughing because they have the menu, of course, and it's Mom Spaghetti.
Yep.
Spaghetti sandwich. Mom Spaghetti with meatballs. And Mom Spaghetti with rabbit balls. And the rabbit balls are the vegan balls.
Is that what it really says?
It says with rabbit balls. Well, his name is Pete Rabbit in the movie.
Oh, that's right.
I guess, rabbits, it's a rabbit food, right? It's not meat.
That makes sense.
There it is. It does make sense.
So did anybody try it? Whether it was, is it basically the same stuff they've been, I guess, serving at concerts?
I didn't know it's
Well, that's what it says. It says they had it at festivals. But
I'm intrigued by this sandwich.
yeah, I've never had a spaghetti sandwich. Is it literally 2 pieces of bread and spaghetti in between
But it sounds like it. But here's how I really envision it. Why it intrigues me, because I've done this before too. With spaghetti and garlic bread. Nice toasted garlic bread.
Okay.
Roasted spaghetti on top of that, maybe a little extra sauce. Just bread that way. That's spaghetti sandwich, right?
Yeah.
If you top it with another piece of bread, it'd be a spaghetti sandwich.
I guess that's essentially true. What's the difference between that and eating spaghetti with
And garlic bread is fantastic.
garlic bread is outstanding. It is a rare occurrence that I actually have garlic bread, but it is pretty good.
You know what used to be a treat back, and I guess you can still do it, but I haven't done it forever, was when you get the garlic bread in a bag in the freezer. You know, that the aluminum foil bag. You had that garlic butter smeared in the middle of the thing. Oh, it was so great. If it wasn't cooked all the way through, it was still a little cold with the garlic butter, but the bread was toasted and crunchy. Delicious.
Wow, it sounds like you've had it recently.
I haven't.
I know. It sounds like
it takes some time. My dad made great spaghetti. My dad made excellent spaghetti. I know everybody's like, what's spaghetti, whatever. But he had this sauce we put on it before he served it in marinara. It would be, I think we'd melt some butter, a little bit of cream, and some parsley flakes, and some pepper. Melt that together, pour that over is the spaghetti. So kind of primed it up, and then you put however much red sauce you want on it. It's delicious.
I'm surprised they don't have an M&M class at Michigan State or U of M. If we're
talking about U of M, right?
No, Michigan State.
You started with Michigan State? I thought you went to U of M.
Michigan State.
Locally, you got Eminem and Madonna, both big enough. You can deconstructing Eminem and Madonna, just like they have Drake and Nicki.
Did she go to Northeast? Did she go to Michigan?
I believe she did go to Michigan. Eminem's daughter went to Michigan State.
Jacob on a cellular, 97 on the ticket. Hi, Jacob.
What's up, guys? Hey, I'm going tomorrow. You guys want some spaghetti?
Yeah?
I'll bring you guys a spaghetti sandwich, man.
Dude, are you going now to wait in line, or stay?
No, we'll go in the morning and wait in line. I'm sure it'll be busy.
That's awesome.
Are you going to get rabbit balls for Doug? Watch Doug eat lunch tomorrow, rabbit balls.
Yeah,
I'm not here tomorrow. I'm going to get screwed again.
Well, I'll take care of his portion.
You got these sandwich container and you can do the leftovers spaghetti.
That's true.
I'd come by.
Actually, you'll come by to eat it and do a segment or two on it.
It's probably more accurate.
Who knows? You might come by accident if you're off tomorrow.
Maybe I'll bring the dog.
Hey, I see it wouldn't be the first time a dog's been in the building.
No, it's not.
Jacob, yeah, thanks. If you're gonna let Evan know in the morning, okay?
Yeah, I'll tell you tomorrow morning then.
All right, thanks. Okay, well, maybe we'll try it tomorrow.
Oh, spaghetti.
248-539-9797. Let's talk some NFL. We'll do that next. Hey, step up your lunch game at Twin Peaks. They have the light yet hearty combos put together, available at an awesome price, featuring savory soups, crisp salads, and a variety of sandwiches to satisfy your every craving. Enjoy your next lunch break with Twin Peaks. It's not too late. Plus, there's happy hour coming up. Nobody does happy hour quite like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference is, they have tequila cocktails in the extensive bourbon category, top shelf spirits, cocktails all served over ice balls, plus local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, rounding out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about the 29-degree man-size draft. Step up your home game with delivery from Twin Peaks. Now available for order from your favorites like DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats, featuring made-from-scratch favorites delivered to your door. Visit TwinPeaksRestaurant.com/locations to find your favorite store and get started.
of choosing the best health insurance, call me, Mike Capurro. I will show you a variety of options, including the least expensive option both on and off the marketplace. National Benefit Plans has over 30 years in the business. Don't leave your health insurance needs to the amateurs. Call now at 877-734-2200 or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
If you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, look no further. Hi friends, Bill Dowling here for Golly Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Each CFOB is given a 172-point inspection. If it doesn't pass muster, we won't sell it. And everyone is also backed by 2 GM limited warranties, one of which covers the powertrain for 6 years, 100,000 miles with 0 deductible. Plus, they also come with roadside assistance, alternate transportation, 2 scheduled maintenance, and more. We have a good selection to choose from. That's Golly Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Learn more online at gollingbg.com.
What's up, everyone? Heather Park here from my friends at Bet River Sportsbook. They're your pro football betting powerhouse with same-game parlays, boosts, and special promotions all season long. Plus, Bet Rivers is bringing you the $1 million Beat the Spread Challenge. You can win your share of the $1 million prize pool each week. Check it out at betrivers.com or via the Bet Rivers app. See site for full terms and conditions. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117. We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres? No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently. I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capurro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply. Everyone else does it, so why not us? It's now time for the Wide 9 Omaha 4 Downs Around the League Blitz.
Questions, King. Ready?
All right, guys, are you ready?
Yes. Oh, I think, hey, well, we were
I guess I'm not ready.
I think that's well, it's since last week's recording, so, hey.
So why not us? It's now time for the Wide 9 Omaha 4 Downs Around the League Blitz.
And the ripple effect continues.
The butterfly effect in the worst way possible.
All right, question 1.
All right, guys. Let's gather ourselves. Let's do this, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. The most anticipated game of the week is the Buccaneers versus the Patriots this week. Tom Brady's return to New England. You all know Brady won the Super Bowl last year with the Buccaneers, and the New England Patriots missed the playoffs. Is the debate finally settled, guys? Was it more Brady than Belichick, or do you have it the other way around? Doug?
So, I think the debate is settled, and I think it is Brady over Belichick. And because Brady will always, in my opinion, always have the one-up, which is a Super Bowl win with Tampa. Belichick is 69 years old. The oldest coach in the history of the NFL was George Halas at 72. That doesn't mean Belichick won't move beyond George Halas. Most coaches are done by the time that they're 70. Do I think that there is an immediate Super Bowl in the future of the New England Patriots? I don't. And I think Belichick will probably be done. And I think that gives Brady the trump card of having the one extra Super Bowl win over Bill Belichick. They're both great. I mean, I'm not ripping on Belichick. I just think if you're comparing the GOAT coach and the GOAT quarterback, the quarterback gets him by a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far because obviously they are both great, but I think that you have to look at the situation Tom Brady went to and the situation that Bill Belichick is left with. And it's such a stark contrast. I think Jameis Winston did some real nice things with that group of players there. If Jameis Winston hadn't thrown 30 interceptions, that's a really good football team that they had in Tampa. Brady's got all the weapons he could ever want in Tampa Bay. The team is loaded. Bill Belichick has done wonders with questionable talent before. He had an 11-win season without Brady when Brady was hurt, with a backup quarterback that went on to do nothing anywhere else. They've been able to manage to stay above water for years when Brady had gotten hurt. Now that the talent is completely gone, he's trying to rebuild that. It's a little bit of time. I think it's more Belichick than Brady, but I mean, it's 1A and 1B. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, obviously this is your 51.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Brady. I'm with you, Doug. I think you always got to go with the player over the coach. Belichick, obviously one of the greatest, if not the greatest coach of all time. But Tom Brady, I got to give him more of the credit of why they won so many Super Bowls. Without him, and they kind of lucked into it. Obviously, we know the 6th-round pick, but it all worked out in the end for the Patriots. But I'd personally give it to Brady.
Another football question.
All right, the mighty Chiefs guys are 1-2 after their 2nd consecutive loss. In Week 1, they had to come from behind to beat the Browns for their only win so far. Are the Chiefs actually in trouble? Where do you see them finishing up this year? Gator?
Let's see. They lost to the Ravens, and who did they lose to this past week?
Chargers.
The Chargers. Two pretty good football teams. I think the Chiefs are a flawed team. I think they've got this phenomenal offense most of the time, but I think sometimes that offense goes into a rut. It's like a defense will figure things out. They get some pressure on Mahomes, and he tries to do some crazy things, and that works against bad teams. It doesn't necessarily work all the time against good teams. They have their deficiencies on defense, but I still think the Chiefs are a very dangerous football team, and they're still going to be one of the favorites to come out of the AFC. So I would say to people, just relax when it comes to
where do you see them at
start. I think that they'll probably win the division.
So their problem through 3 weeks has been turnovers, and specifically fumbles. They've lost, only one team in the NFL has lost more fumbles than them. And fumbles are kind of unpredictable unless they're quarterback fumbles, right? I mean, interceptions are a result of great coverage, great pass rush, and quarterback sacks can lead to turnovers with fumbles. But when you're pressuring your quarterback and he can't stand in the classic pose and deliver, that quarterback is more likely to throw an interception when he's on the move or whatever. I think the fumbles could go away, but that division is looking tough, man. And I got to tell you, they got to find a way to win the next two, and that's at Philly or Buffalo, and at Philly and Buffalo. And I think they might be taking on a little bit more water than people realize. So I got the Chiefs on the playoff bubble, and I think they're going to finish somewhere in the neighborhood of 9-8, 10-7. And a lot of it has to do with their schedule. Okay?
I got the Chiefs not making the Super Bowl. I think they'll make the playoffs, but it's just law of averages is basically what I'm going with. It's so hard to continually make the Super Bowl every year. Everyone thought they were going to win last year, but the obvious was there. They were missing their starting tackles, and Buccaneers' biggest strength was their defense. Stuff like this happens all the time. It's just so hard to keep doing it. I think they're still one of the top tier leagues in the team, of course, but I'm going with law of averages. They can't get back to the Super Bowl again. It's just too hard.
More football questions.
All right, LeBron James revealed this past Monday on the Manning Cast that he was actually offered to play football, but not just one team, but two teams, the Cowboys and the Seahawks, in 2011 when the NBA was in a lockout. Do you actually think LeBron could have made it as a legit NFL player in the league? Now, remember, this was 10 years ago, so he's 26 years old. Doug, if so, what position? Or if not, then I guess no position.
Okay, so, look, he's 6'9", 250 pounds. There are no 6'9" tight ends to play on the line of scrimmage at 6'9", 250, and I presume he'd put some weight on. I think would have been very difficult. So then I'm thinking, could they split him out and play him at wide receiver as a Harold Carmichael kind of guy? I'm like, okay, what's his 40 time? The best I could find, a measurement of his 40 time was a 4.4, and I'm like, if that's true, that would work. But I tell you, the one area that I think if he had stayed with it, I think LeBron James as an edge rusher would have been his home in the NFL.
I'm sorry, what?
A Rudge Escher, as you once famously said. Yes, I think LeBron as a Rudge Escher would have been where he could have been elite.
I think he would have been an elite wide receiver if he wanted to. He would have been the first blended, whatever Kyle Pitts is now. That hybrid player and wide receiver tight end, that's what LeBron James would have been. He was a fantastic high school football player, obviously he was an amazing basketball player. He chose the right road for him, but an amazing athlete. I think he would have been very successful catching the football at either position. I don't know if he had the mentality to be a blocking tight end, but as a receiving tight end or a hybrid type that could, split out, I think it would have been fantastic. You can't cover him. 6'9", can jump through the stadium, and he's got that kind of size too. I mean, the guy looks like DK Metcalf, and he's 6'9". I think he would have been amazing.
I think he actually would have made it. I really wanted to put him on the end like you, Doug, kind of, rush the passer. I just don't think he's physical enough. And I don't think that's something that he doesn't, embrace that contact, which I think you need at that position. So I'd go with straight receiving tight end, like a Jimmy Graham. You're never going to see this guy line up next to an offensive tackle. He's basically split out at all times, red zone target. But I think he would have been useful. How good he would have been, I don't know. Maybe it would have been just, like I said, red zone targets only. But I think he could have made it.
How many pass interference calls do you think he would have drawn?
I mean, you're going to every single time. Like I said, it's that Herman Moore play.
Constantly flopping on the field.
Who's there? Football questions.
All right, guys, we just saw a 66-yard field goal make by Justin Tucker last Sunday, which would have seemed crazy 20 years ago, I think. Do you think one day we'll see, I'm going an extra 9 years, do you think we'll see a 75-yard field goal made in an NFL game one day?